Okay, look who's back, sitting in front of a camera once again. I haven't made a video like one of these videos in such a long time. I've been really caught up with streaming recently, and I realized that I haven't done a sit down video in a minute. So I just want to tell you guys a quick little story. Basically, it's my worst simping arc, right? Have you ever just simped so hard for someone that when you look back at it, you're like, what the fuck was I doing? What was I thinking in that moment? What was going through my head? What kind of like stinky shit did someone leave inside of my brain in order for me to have to go through something like that? And this was back before freshman year of high school. So I was like a little youngin', you feel what I'm saying? I was still growing. I still had zero hair on my chest. I still don't to this day. But basically what I'm trying to say is that I was still a high pitched voice, milk drinking toddler, essentially. And I just wanted to have attention from someone, right? A girl specifically. Starting off, do you guys remember back like 4 years ago, there was like this whole Area 51 raid thing, and like, oh, we're gonna go and attack Area 51 and then like figure out what they're hiding in there, right? Like, there's that whole thing. And this was like the summer of 2019. And so this was the summer before freshman year. Everybody was hopping onto this like Area 51 train and everything like that. And so I did a little bit of research myself, and I found the Area 51 raid Discord server. So I was like, oh, cool. Maybe this is how like all the plans are going to be made. So I joined the server to see what was going on. And there was like tens of thousands of people in that server. And so I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm overwhelmed, right? Like, there's so many fucking people in here. I'm just like a milk drinking baby. Like, I don't know how to talk to people. I wasn't very social like that. I didn't even have a social like online presence, really. But this was like the beginning of my online social arc, basically. And so I joined. I start, trying to make some people laugh. I started to role play as different characters, because at the time there was like this whole thing where like people were role playing as like different people, like Elon Musk, like Jeff Bezos, Walter the dog. You got like all these different characters, Lightning McQueen. You got like all these different people. I personally role played as like a bunch of different Avengers characters. So at one point I was Tony Stark. At one point I was Peter Parker. At one point I was Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy, right? And so I was just all of these different characters and everything like that. And I got to know more of the people in the community. And there was this one person that just somehow got my attention, right? It was a girl, and her name was Taco Cat. At the time, her name on Discord was Taco Cat, and that was all I knew her by, right? Just Taco Cat. And she was a very, very active person on Discord. Like, if I was checking that server, she would be like actively talking in it. And so, because she was so prevalent in the server, I also became more prevalent in the server as a result of that, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of her, I wanted to talk to her more, so I would become more active in the server myself, right? I remember seeing her profile picture, and I was like, yo, low-key, she kind of like attractive type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Back then I was a 14-year-old and she was 16. At the time, I lied about my age and said that I was 15 because I didn't want people to make fun of me. I also didn't want her to know about the larger age disparity, right? Like, 16 and 14 isn't crazy. I mean, it is kind of crazy. Like, I would not personally date a 14-year-old if I was 16. That's kind of a little too far, but that's the reason why I lied about my age and said that I was 15 when I was actually 14. But anyways, so throughout the server, we developed like this tight-knit group of friends, right? So there was like maybe like 20 or so people who were like regulars in the server. They were really active. And, we were like the main characters of the server, right? Because we were so active that like, the Me6 bot on Discord, how like it ranks people, like it gives you levels based on how much you talk. I was top 10 in a server with tens of thousands of people. And for a point in time, I was top 5. And, we had this tight-knit group of friends, and every night we would have this thing called Whisper VC, where after 12 a.m.-ish, maybe 1 a.m. or later, we would hop into a VC that was in the server, and we would whisper in the call, because like we didn't want our parents to hear us type shit. And then like we would just talk about life and shit like that. And there would be like 10 of us in the call. We'd just be whispering, listening to music, whatever. This was back when like the Rhythm Bot was still a thing, and you could listen to music in the VC, and it was like a great time. And after a while, I started to develop even more feelings for this person, Taco Cat. And, as I was talking to her on VCs and everything like that, as I was interacting with her through voice chat rather than just text chat now, I started to develop even more feelings. And so, my 14-year-old self, I said, I'm gonna DM her. You know what I'm saying? And so we DM'd, since we were already friends from the server, it was easy to just like DM each other. And at some point, I was like the biggest simp for her. Everything that she would tell me, I would like back her up on it. I would be like, oh, like you're doing great, like you're good. And then I would kind of beg for her attention a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, I would ask her to call and things of that nature, like private call. You know what I'm saying? Like I would message her one day and I would be like, "Oh, you trying to like call type shit?" And then she would be like, "Yeah, I can later." And so then we would call later. We would talk all night, and then I got to the point where we actually exchanged phone numbers. That was cool. We had each other on Snapchat. At one point in time, she did hop on my Snapchat account and send streaks for me because I lost my phone that week. It was a crazy time, but I did simp over her. There's been many, many times where I like texted her like, "Can we call?" And she said like she couldn't, and I would literally be depressed as fuck. Like the fact that I let someone else determine like my emotions like that was insane, especially at that time where like this was like a 14-year-old kid, right? Like it's crazy, bro. And there was this one dude in the server. He would like call me out on it too. He like wrote a whole fucking essay. He was like him and Taco Cat had beef because like he didn't like the way that Taco Cat had all these like people who would like back her up all the time because she was one of the most popular people in the server. This dude like called her out and was like, "Do you have all these like 14-year-old kids fucking like sucking your dick every night?" And then she sent me that. And then she also sent me her response to that. And then I read everything. And at the time, I was so like, I had no gears turning in my brain to like connect the pieces together that what he was talking about was me. And what she was responding to him about was me. Like the things that I would do every single night for her was like on some crazy shit. Like I don't even remember it, but I know damn well it was some crazy shit, bro. I asked for her, I would beg for her to like call, whatever. Like holy fuck, bro, every fucking night too. I would lie about a lot of things, like stuff that happened in my life that didn't really happen. But yeah, my worst simping arc, basically. Should I show you the messages? Hold up, yo, yo. Yo, do y'all see this, bro? We would call each other my everything. Like, I would refer to her as my everything. Holy hell. Yo! I don't even remember this. Bro, there was a time where I pretended to be somebody else, bruh. Oh, heck nah, bruh. Okay, so I just had to refresh myself on this because this was horrible. So essentially, I would make up so much stuff. I would try to get her attention and I would make up shit like, "Oh, I'm very depressed and I am gonna leave the server." Hoping that she would beg me like, "No, don't leave the server. Stay for me." You know what I'm saying? And she didn't do that. She would be like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry for everything. Well, I'll see you on your way out," type shit. I would be like, that's not the response I was looking for. And so I would come back and I'd be like, "Yo, boys, it's me. I'm back." You feel me? I left the server, but then I came back like looking for a response of everyone being like, "Woo, let's go, he's back." And then no one did that. I didn't get the response I wanted. So what did I do? I tried it again. I left the server expecting people to be like, "No, he's gone. Come back." No one did that. But yeah, that's basically my simping arc. And shit, bro. It might be cooked. Low key, I feel like I've been doing the worst simping as of recently because this one girl that I've been talking to, but it's all good. We keep going. I might make a video on that actually. Should I? Yeah, fuck it, bro. Hey, but yeah, I'm gonna catch you in the next one type shit. All right.